Again, this stuff was this 4-foot high weeds right here an hour ago. And hopefully by tonight he'll have it planted with a decent seed bed. You know, it ain't gonna be perfect, but it should be pretty good. So here's a look at this small field. I got it shredded up pretty darn good. I've got about 20 piles of chaff that I pushed off to the side so far, like this one. Hey guys, Kapper here and welcome back. Today is going to be kind of a short video about land management. However, this is reality for a lot of us, and you know, people that own land and they work and they can only get there on the weekends. I'm just showing you one option to kind of cheat several steps of the soil preparation process for getting in a food plot fast. So basically this is a new food plot that I'm working on with my friend Curtis, and it's basically right now 4 or 5 foot high weeds. So the process I'm going to show you is kind of cheating. Is I'm going to rip the sod up with my chisel plow and ripper, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of cheat, and I'm going to kind of use my tractor loader, and I'm going to push off most of the sod chunks off to the side, and then I'm going to rip it up again, and then Curtis is going to roll over it with his custom tiller implement and then plant it, all within just a matter of a few hours. And I think this is going to work. I hopefully will bring you a follow-up on this after he's got it planted, but let's take a look and see how it goes. With a decent seed bed, you know, it ain't going to be perfect, but it should be pretty good. So then the other thing I'm doing when I get clogged up in the back, this seems to only happen when you got just this much sod here. See that clump right there? And I'm just pushing them off. There's actually 2 in a row. Pushing them off to the edge, so we're eliminating pretty large quantities of all of the grass chunks that those rippers are catching. Pushing them off to the side, and it's really starting to clean up nicely. Probably half a dozen or so of them clumps already. So I mean, this is how you kind of cheat. You're taking a field like that and you're basically in 2 different machines. You're going to have it planted in a couple hours, and it'll be a good seed bed, you know, if you work it thoroughly enough. I could feel that draft control working. It makes these like hydraulic sub adjustments. You know, like here's another pile right there, and there's another one here that I drug to the end. So not only am I ripping it up, but I'm actually getting rid of a lot of this chaff. Okay, so I'm doing an experiment with this one spot. I picked this one spot in the middle of this future plot, and I'm basically wiping it totally clean of all this chaff and sod, and then I'm going to run the rippers through that again. So then later on we'll see, after he plants it, if there's any noticeable difference in germination rates between this one clean spot and the rest of the plot that still does have a lot of sod in it. But compared to being 4 foot high weeds, you know, an hour earlier and getting a plot in, it's definitely worth it. And hopefully we're going to see Curtis's machine here shortly. I think he went back to get it. Wish I'd have remembered that draft control sooner. So here, I got a pile here to get rid of. check back in when this one's about done. All right, this field is almost done. You could see you're starting to hit the clay, so you're kind of losing a little bit of dirt here. But since he's wanting to plant it, I just tried to get the big chunks of sod off. So there's plenty of dirt here. When he uses his roller, he's going to mix this all up nicely. So this is a different plot, but this is the machine he's going to bring in right after me. So I'm basically disking, chisel plowing it up, and I'm also pushing a lot of the sod to the outside, and then he's going to bring his kind of multi-function tillage unit behind me, run it a few times, and then he's going to plant it right after that. And hopefully I can bring you some follow-ups here in a few weeks with, fingers crossed, some good germination. But we have had a ton of rain, so as far as food plots are looking, things are looking pretty good. So definitely stay tuned. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next go around. Good day here on the farm.